It's me, Timmy Flyersguys, and welcome to another edition of the Flyersguys Top 10. I'm your host, Timmy Flyersguys. In today's episode, I'm going to be counting down my top 10 childhood, my top 10 childhood places that are closing and no longer exist. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a lot of retail chains and some theme parks as well that don't exist anymore. That are closing down and don't exist anymore. So, a lot of these places really were part of my childhood. And I really enjoyed going to these places. And it looked like things were going well with their businesses. But unfortunately, these businesses had to close. And it really put a hole in everyone's childhood. So in this video, I'm going to be counting them down. I'll be counting them down 10 to 1 here on this countdown. So get ready, folks, as I count down my favorite childhood places that are closing and that no longer exist. Let's get into the video. Okay, starting off this countdown at number 10, Clover Department Store. This place was a great place to go to. I really enjoyed going to Clover Department Store with my mother sometimes. It was a family outing. We used to go to this place a lot. This was a common place for us to go during the 1990s. And I remember going to Clover. I would hang out in the toy aisle, checking out the new toys that I might want for Christmas. And I know that I'm doing this video in December, but I will get to a Christmas episode. I don't usually do Christmas episodes until late into the holidays. So Clover Department Store was one of my favorite places to go as a kid. I bought my first Sega Genesis, one of the Sega Genesis games that I bought at Clover was Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And I really enjoyed going to this place. In fact, I think my brother bought a Sega Genesis, I think here, back in 1991. Clover is a great store, and I remember we would get soft pretzels from there at the food court at Clover, and they were always good. I also bought some hockey cards at this department store as well. It's a nice place to go. It's a very big place. Sucks that they closed. They unfortunately became Clover's. And then after that, they became a Burlington Coat Factory, which kind of sucks, you know. But this place was such a great place to shop. And number 9, Martin's Aquarium. Martin's Aquarium, I remember me and my dad used to go to Martin's Aquarium a lot. And sometimes we would take the whole family. My mom, my dad, my sister, and my brother, we would all go to Martin's Aquarium. My dad would go here to buy food for the fish that we used to have. Unfortunately, I don't have fish anymore. I had a Playco, an alligator, and unfortunately he ate all the other fish. So that was the last time I really had an aquarium. And last time I had a fish tank. So Martin's Aquarium was such a great place. It wasn't just an aquarium. It was also Martin's wasn't just an aquarium. It was also a pet store as well. I used to enjoy going to Martin's Aquarium just to go and look at the dogs and the puppies and all the animals at Martin's Aquarium. In 1995, or I forget what year it was, in 1995, I bought my first hamster at Martin's Aquarium. My dad got me a hamster. I named it Lisa. At least I think it was a girl. I was a kid at the time, so I really couldn't tell. So, his name was Lisa. It was one of those dwarf hamsters. And I got it at Martin's Aquarium. Unfortunately, Lisa, my cat, got a hold of Lisa. That was it for Lisa. My dad told me that the hamster ran away, but deep down inside, I kind of knew what really happened. I didn't really know, but I did know what happened. Deep inside, I knew something wasn't right. So my mom told me about the whole story years later about how Lisa was killed. Lisa was my cat. Got a hold of her. That was it for her. So unfortunately, that was it. Hamster. Also, at Martin's Aquarium, they also had an arcade section in the back, and a crane game machine, and also a vending machine. I used to get some of the snacks out of there, like I would get like party mix and all kinds of stuff. I really enjoyed Martin's Aquarium, and also I enjoyed just looking at the animals. Martin's Aquarium also gave me the idea to bug my parents to get me a dog when I was a little kid. And we did get a dog years later, 95. Late 95, we finally got a dog. And we bought a lot of his dog toys at Martin's Aquarium. And it's such a great aquarium. I'll never forget this place. This place will always have a special place in my heart. I think I remember I got another hamster. I think it was around maybe summer of 2002. I got another hamster in the summer of 2002. I think my dad got a hamster at Martin's. It was a teddy bear hamster. And his name was Speedy. And he lived a long time. I mean, this hamster he lives a long time. About maybe 2.5 years he lived. Crazy. Oh, yeah. At number 8, Champions Arcade in Northeast Philadelphia, located in the Roosevelt Mall. This is not Champions Arcade. I could not find a picture of Champions Arcade. So I had to use this as an example of Champions Arcade. But the photo don't matter. The memory is what really matters. My first time going to Champions Arcade would have to be either around 1994 or 1995. I remember going in there. First game I ever tried out was a fighting game called Darkstalkers. I also played X-Men at that arcade. And I don't know if they had the Ninja Turtles game, but I do remember playing a lot of great games there. Champions Arcade was such a fun place to go. And the first time I went, I wanted to go back again. And I wanted to go back again. And I did a couple of times. Went back again around 95. my cousin took me to the arcade. My cousin Gregory took me to the arcade around, I think, the summer of 1995. We played the X-Men game, and a group of people were playing it. So we all joined in, and it was the 6-player cabinet of the X-Men arcade game. So me and my cousin Gregory and a group of people ended up playing the game. And we all had a good time playing it. We even beat the game. We all got up to Magneto at the end. And it was a fun game. And we also played Tekken there as well. This was such a great place to go. I ended up going to Champions Arcade then again. So a couple of times. One more time in 1996. And a couple of times with my older sister in 1997. And I remember going to that arcade a few times in 95. I remember going with my sister in 95, and then in 96 I went back again. And then in 97 I went back again. I went back again in 97. 2 more times with my sister. And then last time I went to Champions Arcade was around, I think, either September or October of 1998. I never went back afterwards. Being in a wheelchair is kind of hard to play arcade games. But I did have a great time going to Champions Arcade. Such a great place to go. And I'll never forget that place. It sucks now that they got rid of it, but great memories in that place. At number 7, KB Toys. Whenever we went to the mall, I would always ask my mom or dad if we can go to KB Toys. Sometimes I can pick out a toy, and sometimes I just go in there and look. And I was okay with that, I was fine with that. I wasn't those type of kids that really complain about not buying a toy. But I like to go in there and look and play with the toys as well. KB Toys was toy store located in many malls. I think we had one in the Chamonix Mall, the Willow Grove Mall, the Roosevelt Mall, and the Oxford Valley Mall. I think the Oxford Valley Mall as well. And also in the gallery in Philadelphia many years ago. I loved KB Toys. Their toys were expensive though, but they were worth it though. Last time I went into a KB Toys, it was around August or maybe September of 1999. It was the KB Toys on the boulevard in the shopping center across the street from the old country buffet, which is no longer around anymore. And I went into there and I forget what I bought. Bought a few Pokemon action figures to add to my collection. And I also bought a talking Charmander Pokemon toy. KB Toys is a great place. I'll always remember it. The only downside about it was how expensive the toys were at KB Toys, but I'll always remember this place. They had some great toys and some great display toys as well. So KB Toys was a pretty cool place in my childhood. Oh, I went backwards again. Sorry. Next on the countdown. This was Alright, I'm gonna go back again. So Clover was number 10. Martin's was number 9. Martin's was number 9. Alright. Number 8 was Champions. Number 7 was KB's Toys. Now we get to our number 6 pick on this countdown. At number 6, Sears. I remember Sears. I think I went in there a few times when I was a kid. This place, I didn't go to it much. The thing I remember most about it was the great commercials. And my mom would often go to Sears to buy Christmas gifts for the family. And I remember every time I would get like a gift, like a fancy, like a nice shirt or something, it would always be in a Sears box. Interesting story. This is where my mom bought me a Ron Hextall jersey. It was the old Ron Hextall jersey from 1987. And she got it Sears for me. This was around 2010. And I wanted to get a new Flyers jersey before the season started. So the Hextall jersey was a pretty good choice. Sears is a great place. I remember shopping here when I had my high school prom and looking for I we were shopping here. And I forget what I was looking for. Looking for some clothes for a suit for my prom. So we couldn't really find any good suits for that, but I do remember Sears. Even though Sears we kind of almost had a near-death experience with Sears, and when I say that, it was in 1992 when me and my mom were struck by a Sears truck when we were driving after getting home from school. We were going to McDonald's, and a Sears truck accidentally hit us. Now, to tell you the truth, I know they almost had a near-death experience with Sears, but Sears had a lot of great stuff inside of their stores. They had a lot of great selections of clothes, electronics. Sears was everywhere, and Sears was one of the most iconic department stores that ever existed. And it always will be remembered for its wonderful commercials, its wonderful selection, its great staff that works at Sears. At number 6, Gennardi's. Gennardi's was located in Huntington Pike in Huntington Valley. It's the Huntington Valley Shopping Center. And my dad used to go to Gennardi's a lot. My sister-in-law and also my brother both worked at my brother and now sister-in-law both worked at Gennardi's in Huntington Pike. Years later, my dad used to go to Gennardi's. And I gotta tell you, Gennardi's had the best homemade chili. You go to Gennardi's and it makes the chili for you. And my dad bought the chili for me and I would eat it for dinner. And I gotta tell you, it's some of the best chili I have ever had. The meat is tender. The beans are pretty good. The sauce is very hearty and spicy. I love Gennardi's chili. Gennardi's was a great place. I remember a couple days before Christmas, me and my dad and my sister, I think we were getting home either from a Flyers game or I forget what we were doing that day. No, I think we were picking up pizza at Vincent's Pizza. So we stopped by Gennardi's. We bought a few things. And one of my friends, named Jackie, My friend's named Jackie. Jackie Smith used to work at Janardi's. And I saw her there, and the fact that she recognized me, I thought it was good to see a friend from the neighborhood. And we talked. I asked her how she was doing and told her to have a great holiday, and that's part of my story. Janardi's is a great place. It's just sad that they had to close down. Later, they became a giant supermarket. And I gotta say, giant doesn't even compare to Janardi's. I'm just gonna say that right now. This is a great place. I'll always remember it. At number 5, Funland on the Seattle City, New Jersey boardwalk. Funland on the boardwalk in Seattle City. It was a nice little theme park. They had bumper cars, and they had a roller coaster, and they had all kinds of great stuff. They also had a funnel cake stand and an arcade right next to it. Funland was owned by a company called Gillian's, and I used to go here every time we would go down the shore. Either the first, second, or third day, we would all go to the Seattle City boardwalk. I remember going to the boardwalk with my family, and they give you tickets to go on each ride. And I used to use my tickets to go on the ride. So I would go on the rides, and I would also go into the nice arcades that they had attached to the arcade. This was such a fun place to go to. Later in life, this place officially closed down. They ended up getting rid of the rides. It just became more like a shopping area rather than a theme park. So, this was a great place to go. It just sucks that they got rid of it. I mean, I think Seattle Boardwalk kind of made one of the dumbest decisions in the history of boardwalks, and that is getting rid of Funland. Honestly, I kind of really think they would have made a lot more money. I mean, why would they change it into a shopping center? It's just a dumb idea. It never really worked. They kept the arcades, but they just got rid of Funland. It just never worked. It was a dumb idea from the start, and it was a dumb idea from the start to get rid of Funland. It really attracted a lot of customers, and now people still want the boardwalk. There's nothing fun to do on the Seattle boardwalk. That's just it. At number 4, Funtown Arcade in Seattle City, New Jersey. I think this was a family-owned arcade. And I remember every time we would go to Seattle City, we would go to the arcade, Funtown Arcade. And I liked this place. They had a lot of great arcade games, a lot of great ticket-based arcade games. I remember me and my cousin Michael, my cousin Ryan and Sarah, used to go here, and we used to play all the arcade games until our tickets ran out. Funny story about this place. To get the best prizes, you would have to get so many tickets to really get some of the great prizes at this place. They had video games you could win, as well as prizes. They cost like 1,000 or 1,000,000 tickets to get, and it was still fun though. I remember I did one time have enough tickets to get a Pokemon, two Pokemon comic books, and I read them, and they were really fun to read, and I had a good time reading them. I remember in the summer of '98, when we went down the shore, me, my sister, and her friend, my friend Colleen, we decided we would walk to Funtown Arcade. It took us about maybe 2.5 hours to walk to Funtown Arcade. Because the thing is, down the shore, they don't have accessible pavements. Most of the pavements they have are not very accessible. And we just decided to just ride in the street the whole way there. It made things a lot easier. We got there and I still had a fun time there. Still had a very fun time at Funtown Arcade. Unfortunately, this place officially closed down. And it's just so sad because I have so many great memories at Funtown Arcade. I remember the last day of going to Funtown Arcade. It was around, what year was it? It was going to Funtown Arcade. And it was the last time I went to Funtown Arcade was the summer of 2001. Was the last time I went to Funtown Arcade. I never went back afterwards. I wanted to, but I just never got the chance to. And many years later, a couple of years ago, maybe around 2022, or I think it might have been 2023, Funtown Arcade officially closed its doors forever. I remember this place. I had a lot of fun here. It may be gone, but the memories still stay with me and all the people in my life that went to it. That went to it. Let me see. Let me do a quick recap here. Quick recap here. Alright. Alright, where was I? Do a recap here. Forget where I was. I forget where I was. Okay, number 7. Right. Number 7 was KB Toys. Number 6 was Sears. Number 5, Schmarties. Number 4, Funland Arcade. A Funland Pier. Number 3, Funtown Arcade. And now we're at number 2, Wonderland Pier in Ocean City, New Jersey. Wonderland Pier was in Ocean City. It was an indoor type theme park, but they also had an outer area with rides as well. Wonderland Pier was by far one of my favorite places to go as a kid, and my nieces and nephews enjoyed it as well when they went. Wonderland Pier is also owned by the same company owns Funland in Seattle City, New Jersey. Wonderland Pier is such a fun place. You got rides, you got all kinds of games. It's a place of enjoyment. And I kind of missed the boat on Wonderland Pier and it's closing down. In the summer, this summer, Wonderland Pier officially announced it's closing. Wonderland Pier is officially closing down. Now, I don't know what they're gonna build there. I don't know what it's gonna be. But I gotta tell you, I don't think it'll be as good as Wonderland Pier. Wonderland Pier also had miniature golf as well. I think it had go-karts as well. I never went on the go-karts, so I remember going to Wonderland Pier. And I'm getting on this, it was like a train ride. And it was really fun. I enjoyed it. I also went on a few of the bumper car rides as well. And this little helicopter rides when I was 5. Wonderland Pier was a staple of my childhood. And now that it's closing, I feel like Wonderland Pier was a piece of me. I feel like they're taking away a piece of my childhood. But like this year, like the 2020s, a lot of great places are going out of business. And it's very sad. Wonderland Pier will always, like I said, Wonderland Pier may be gone, but the memories will always stay with me and my family. At number 1, Toys R Us. Now, Toys R Us, I gotta tell you, there was no other toy store like Toys R Us. First time I remember when they built this Toys R Us in 1994. I was trying so hard to find Power. I was trying so hard to find Mighty Morphin Power Rangers action figures. And Toys R Us didn't get them made yet. And I remember going to this place. And this is where I got my first Power Ranger action figure. First toy I got was one of those bendable toys. It was the Blue Ranger. And then I got my hands on a Power Ranger. I got my hands on. My first Power Ranger action figure was the Black Power Ranger. The Black Power Ranger was that one. And it was the first Power Ranger toy that I had. I think I also bought a Green Ranger action figure here too, if I'm not concerned. It had the shield and everything. Toys R Us, I had some great memories at Toys R Us. I remember just going in there and going up to the Super Nintendo kiosks and playing it. They would have this demo unit. There would show trailers of the games on it. And I was just having a good time, just playing with that. This is also where my brother got his copy of NHL 94. This is also the place where I first tried out size pinball. Toys R Us was such a great place. Such a wide selection of toys. No other toy stores compare to Toys R Us. Toys R Us was the toy store. It was the toy store that put Kitty City out of business. This toy store was much better than Kitty City. Had a better selection. And when you walk into Toys R Us, it just has that great new toy smell when you walk in. I also remember going to Toys R Us, and this This is where I bought a lot of my toys. I remember around 95, I think late 95, somebody gave my dad some Jeffrey dollars for Toys R Us. This is back when Toys R Us still had the Jeffrey dollars. Now we just have gift cards. Well, we don't anymore. I'll explain in a few minutes. And we went there and we wanted to spend our Jeffrey dollars. Each of us had some Jeffrey dollars, I remember. I don't remember. I think we all went through Toys R Us that day. Me and my dad and my sister. And I remember the toys I bought at Toys R Us. I bought like a giant Servo action figure. Now, Servo is a character from Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. So I bought myself one of those big Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad action figure. I bought a Servo. And I also bought Drago as well, which I think is the robot piloted by Sam in the show, I think. And I really enjoyed those toys. I also remember I got most of my toys for Christmas, and they were all from Toys R Us. I got, then I remember, I think it was either around 93 or 94, maybe 95. I had incredible trash on me, action figures, and apparently there was some parts missing. So what we did is we went to Toys R Us, bought a couple of new toys, new crash dummy toys, and I decided to play with them. They were pretty awesome. I really enjoyed Toys R Us. Years later, Toys R Us 2018 had a great closing, and they were giving away all their toys in all Toys R Us locations. A couple of years later, Toys R Us filed for bankruptcy, and Toys R Us was officially closed down for good. It was a horrible blow to my childhood, not just my childhood, but everyone's childhood, because Toys R Us was a big part of everyone's childhood, whether it be the commercials, the toys, or going to Toys R Us with your family. Toys R Us will always be remembered as one of the best toy stores that ever existed. No other toy store today compares to Toys R Us. They can try all they want, but they'll never compare to the magic and wonder of Toys R Us. And that's it for my video. I'll be right back with my final words right after this. And just like that ends another episode of the Flyersguys Top 10. This was a good episode. It really brought back memories of my childhood. Most things that we remember as children are closing and are officially gone. But the memories of those great places are still in our hearts forever and always. In this video, I want to explore these places again. And I gotta say, with 2020, a lot of the 2020s, everything is closing. Things are changing. And the things we loved in our childhood are no longer around, but we still have those beautiful memories in our heart. Guys, thank you for joining me here on the Flyersguys Top 10. I will see you in the next video. There will be some Christmas themed videos coming up real soon, so stay tuned. Thank you and have a great day. Enjoy your week, everyone.